Oh yeah, it is Thursday, and it's VPR Radio live and direct. Kiana the Goddess with the one and only DJFmi in the building. Very excited, very excited. I haven't seen you in like real life IRL. How long has it been, partner?
Too long, VPR,
Long,
too
yo.
long.
But like
Yeah.
I see you all the time, but I don't see you at all.
Now we try to do our best, man. I know
Yes,
you run around the city, and I try to do my thing outside that and in the city. So
you
we
got
link up when we can.
yes.
You know what I mean? You get lost in the New York minute.
I know, I know. So I'm thrilled. Tonight's going to be dope. But we have Clowette who's going to be coming in. I'm very excited to have her coming back today. What are we chatting about, partner? Let me know. What's
Oh,
on
what's
your mind?
good? Now, all right, what's shaking VPR, man? I had to make sure we went live on Instagram and on our VPR Instagram. Shout out to all the new followers. I just hit 7K on my personal account. I want to say thank you to all of y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all been on the journey with me. We got to make sure the account is protected because,
Yes.
yeah, that's life's work. So, you know what I mean? We got,
I
no, we
know.
do, we doing that. But,
Yeah.
yeah, VPR. I'm going to give y'all time to fill in before our guest gets up here. I know we have been chatting briefly about. You see, I got the sleeves off VPR. It's hot outside. I don't know if y'all been in New York City.
Yeah,
It is a little bit scorching this morning.
it is.
While you're tuning in here live to VPR. So I know Kiana wanted to chat about what's going on, Caitlin. Um, I don't even want to chat it up. I just want to just bring in the audio.
Okay.
We spoke about it last week. So if you've been tuning in to VPR, we've been lightly going over the freak offs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
So
Oh, boy.
I'd rather let the we bringing the 90s is back, man.
Oh, boy.
AKA Diddy's back. You know what I'm saying? Front page news, man. I don't make the rules here, VPR. Well, we do, but shit.
Well, that's true.
I'ma just press play, Kiana.
Okay.
Kiana, can I ask you something while we live here with the viewers?
Of course.
Before we get into it, what's going on YouTube? What's going on Instagram? If you tuned into the chat, give me a year. I need to see you write that in the comment section right now. Kiana,
Yes.
if let me get this ad out the way. If someone approaches you and leaves a voice message on your phone saying, Kiana, you either gonna freak off or what?
Oh, yeah. Well, first of
Can you
all,
let
no one would,
let VPR get your response. Let the
no,
viewers get your
no one
response.
would leave that because that's not what I do, right? So
It's not a part of the brand.
it begins there, right? Right?
Okay.
If that's part of your MO, then you might get a voicemail that does such and such. Like, for instance, I'll give you a perfect example. A lot of women used to complain that men would send them their penises through the DMs randomly. They were like, oh, I don't appreciate these guys. At the same note, and this isn't to say it's okay for this type of behavior or being a creep or anything like that, but these women often would, post some thirst trappish sort of photos. And I'm like, you got to weed through it because with that sort of presentation, that might be the response you get. So no one would leave me that voicemail. And if so, I'd be like, oh, they have the wrong number. Well, first of all, you're a
They
Libra.
have the wrong number.
Let me ask you a
What's going
question.
on, children for the game? What's going on? I see y'all tuned in. What's going on? Yeah, talk to me.
How long does it take you to check a voicemail?
How long did it take me to check an email?
A voicemail.
A voicemail. I don't like. I actually check my voicemails.
You do?
I don't like the bubble that stays popped up in the corner.
Oh.
Because that's very distracting for me. And I
Do
like
you
the
do
fact
it
that
the same day? If you get a voicemail the same day, you get that immediate alert?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
I'm not that kind of Libra. Sorry.
Nah, that just bothers me. Like that bubble will bother me because I don't know what's an incoming call from what's not, and I got a lot of business going in and out. So
Right.
and if you got to leave a voicemail, it better be important. Yeah.
Right. Well, that's the thing. A lot of voicemails are left that aren't necessarily important. So I'm like,
That's like this one. Let's get into it. VPR, you tuned in here with Qianathegoddess and DJFmi live on a Thursday. And welcome to the Freak Off.
I really don't know what's going on with you, but I just want to give you a heads up that I'm about to really disappear on you. You feel me? I'm not going to be playing these games with you at all. At all.
At all.
I don't know. You think you silent treating me, and you think I'm going to be, nah. You'll have a rude awakening. You'll just have silence. And ain't
What's
nobody
going on,
threatening
DJ
you.
P
And
Rod?
I
I
ain't
see
trying
you
to
on the
go back and forth with
Instagram.
no woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I ain't got no time for no motherfucking games. Where my life is at right now, I don't have no time for no games, baby
Welcome
girl.
to the Freak Off. You tuned in to
You can be
VPR
mad,
Radio.
I
My
can have a
bad. My
spat, we can
bad.
have
Hope y'all.
whatever. Then after that, you
No
better get
baby
on your
oil. But you
job.
here.
That's really that's all it is. Cause you got me on my job. Nah, it ain't never gonna work like that over here. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I was trying not to leave this message, but you have left me no choice.
Woo!
So either you go in the direction of like moving on and shit like that, or you like just like have me just keep moving. Ain't no threat. I'm just being clear. I can't do the shit with you every time you get upset.
Damn.
Okay, wait.
All right.
I actually heard this. And I definitely want to address this because the obvious thing
Let me
is
bring
that
that prompt back up, VPR. I'm sorry, Kiana. Go ahead.
she ghosted him. She was in the process of ghosting him, and then he was threatening to ghost her. Did you get that?
Hey,
He disappeared on me and shit.
he not. Let me bring us back on screen. I'm sorry, I had Diddy up there just doing his thing. Honestly, finding out that 50 Cent's baby moms and stuff like that, that doesn't change anything, but it just goes to show in this day and age you can pay to play, and that's a thing.
Yeah.
They both understood the arrangement that they had set up, what it seems like.
Right.
And it's just, for me, it's crazy. Mm-hmm. It's crazy how much things could come out on the media about you and about your character, and if people still look the other way or whatever the case may be. I just think it's strange. You get what I'm saying? I don't leave voicemails at all, but if I did, it wouldn't be. You know what I mean? But he got different type of money though.
Evidence, right?
Yeah, like he got different type of money though, right? Instagram,
yeah,
exactly. P-Rod, what's going on? I'm keeping the city on top. Appreciate
and I
you.
think that's why he kept saying no threat, no threat. But he still didn't realize that along the lines, eventually this might come up as something that would be negative. Because you notice at least 4 times he was like, and I'm not threatening you or anything. It was like a disclaimer.
He tried. VPR, every week we come up here and it's more, people say content, but this is someone's real life.
Yeah.
And I just want to put it on display, so I'm not going to judge. I'm going to let y'all do that for yourselves if y'all want to do that. But it's a whole lot of strange activity going on and behavior.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to show you here. You know what I mean? And if you got a bag, apparently,
and
when we
spoke about Puffy long ago, right? I think even probably before the trials began, just when like whispers started, I was saying to you,
what's going on, Ella? I see you on Instagram. What's good?
The power of money can be such a stronghold on people, because once you have enough of it and you can literally buy anything, the only thing that you can't buy technically, right, is a human being. And
well, hey, on the black market, that's it. They say different.
Right. That's right. Exactly.
I'm just saying, I ain't
using that money as power to make people kind of indentured to you in servantry in different ways. And this was, men and women, is how he used his money to put strongholds on other people's lives, which is wild.
He had a bag on a lot of people's heads, hotels, like that's different type of money, VPR. You know what I mean? There's hush money, there's fuck you money, and there's whatever Diddy's doing money. And
not what Diddy's doing money. That's a different money.
If you make it to Star Island, and then y'all know where Star Island is, look it up. But if you make it to Star Island, yeah,
doing money, right? Whatever, Mr. President.
Hey, they're gonna release them. They're gonna release them files. But VPR.
Elon is on it.
Elon been popping his shit. Elon been popping his shit.
By the way, you guys, before you make your announcement, I will be live with JD tomorrow. I'm very excited about that.
Hey, we're gonna share that.
We're going to be on TikTok. Okay. I haven't even been live on TikTok other than to sell products. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And we're going to be talking. And it's Friday the 13th. So it's going to be lit. So tune in. Okay. It's going to be fun times.
All good vibes, no bad vibes.
No bad vibes.
Yo, Instagram, tell me if I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching it from. I'm watching y'all on the live. So chat with me. I found myself, now mind you, I'm an unk, but I found myself like, damn. For the last few years in music, right? The people that set the culture, we were making stripping music, right? And I was like, damn, all our rappers are making music for that. And now the people that are dictating the moves in the culture of relevancy are streamers now. Mm-hmm. And when I turned on the BET event that they had going on, shout out to Poison was out there, Mike Larry was out there, my team was out there, Chi-Town was out there. Shout out to y'all. We still going on tour in August. New Orleans, here we come. And I'm gonna announce more tours, but shameless drop. And we got YNVS Radio, so all the artists tuned in right now. You want to get put into the mix, man? Tap in with me, and we can put you in that new YNVS DJFmi mix that always will be 24 hours. Check out YNVS Radio. I'm gonna pull up the link in a few. But so when I was watching the BET Awards, and I'm seeing the streamers dictating the red carpet,
right?
I was just like taken aback
because they don't even know. Like 60% of the people on
was shaking Peru.
Crazy, right?
Yo.
They don't know what's going. They don't know the history of so much of the culture that they've become immersed in overnight, almost. And I think that it really does show the power of where we are with technology and streaming and all of that. But it's still like dumbfounding. It's dumbfounding.
It completely is. Like, and I'm not knocking no particular streamer, but I want to pull up this clip.
Yeah. Because
I had this here with Kai Cenat, and he had an encounter with Wale.
Oh yeah, that was one of many.
And you know, feel how you must about Wale, but Kai Cenat, we don't know who he is. So let's watch the clip, and then we'll react to that and go from there. VPR.
What up, Rusty? You good? What you playing on your Nintendo Switch? Smash. Smash, bro? I'll beat you. Alright, gang. Chad, does anybody have the Nintendo Switch? You're not even a Nintendo Switch type of nigga. Nah, me neither. I ain't gonna lie. But I heard it was like crazy though. I heard it was crazy, bro. Wale. Oh my God, that was somebody crazy. Hey, the whole chat knows him.
Wale.
Wale? What he do?
Rap.
Oh, word.
Lotus? Looking like Lotus flower bombs or something?
Oh, shit.
That shit making me look crazy right now, just let you know.
What?
That's making me look crazy. The exchange that we had in the hallway. It's
oh,
like,
my bad, bro.
they running with it, but we'll talk later.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You came in here.
All right.
I mean, you know.
So now, normally I would try to lead the conversation, but Qiana, please.
Listen. In situations like this, at the very least, right? And I know you're going there to have a good time and stuff, but you're doing these red carpet situations. Do your due diligence. All you have to do is a little bit of research, and you'll at the very least know the people that will be there and be able to, if you can hit 80%, you're doing so much better because the other 20% you can probably figure out through interaction. Right. But there's no care to it. It's just like, yeah, BET Awards, blah, blah, blah. And whoever you know, but you wind up looking ridiculous because it is sort of ridiculous that there's no real ties to what you're doing, except for what's happening right now. But hey, listen, I'm never hating on anybody's money or how they get their money or any of it. I'm just saying it looks ridiculous. You know, it's like when Homegirl was like, a musician, wasn't it? I'm not a musician. What you think? I make magic?
yo, you know, I was having this conversation before I discussed the clip.
That's ridiculous.
Hey, the world we're watching right now, FMI, this is my unk opinion.
Okay.
We need to bring back shame, y'all. All right. We got to bring back shame. Some humility, something.
Yes.
Something to feel bad about, all right?
Yes.
You can't all be running around here like Sexy Red. Sexy Red's empowering herself. She's one of the many. The rest of y'all can't follow foot, man. Y'all gotta have some shame. Y'all in y'all regular day lives. Y'all went from Avon to OnlyFans, and that shit bothers me every day. And if you don't know what Avon is, that's showing my age. And that's fine.
That's Unk Talk.
That's fine. Welcome to my Unk Talk. Now, if you disagree with me, please write in the comment section if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Back to Qianathegoddess, all right? Because we got a show here.
Yeah,
we have a guest here.
It's here, so we definitely oh my gosh.
For me, it's more of Wale. He handled the situation as best he could.
Yeah.
But to think that people must know you or someone has to know you is crazy to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like I can't believe I didn't win Woman of the Year, right? Like,
yeah, it's like,
and
then I'm gonna come and approach you. Now it just makes you look crazy on the internet. And I think, and he had a running thing. He had a running moniker. People calling him corny and lame for a long time in hip hop. That's why a lot of people pushed away from his music. Even his own city, I've heard talks like that. So, and he finally beat that. You know what I mean? He was making music. He took a step back and he like rebranded himself in a sense where it made sense. But now with this interaction, of course, with Qianathegoddess having a younger base, they're gonna continue piling on you. You know what I mean? But what could you do in these situations? It just sucked that it had to play out like that.
Yeah,
and it's very cringe, as they say. It is very cringe.
It's very what the hell-y.
Very, very much so. What the hell you are?
Right, because if anything, now people that didn't know you on the stream, right, might start looking you up and getting your music, right? Like, just sit with that. He doesn't know you. Going to look.
Peru,
right?
Kiana. Peru says, "I guess, but not for me." Yes, we do got to make them feel ashamed. You right.
Shame, shame. Shame. You guys remember Game of Thrones? Shame, shame.
That ass you got to. We don't even got to throw a rock at them.
Naked
but we do got to shame them. No one had shame anymore, man. Yo, like, let's talk about it. If you one of those people that get up there and prop up your phone and then begin to cry, that's nuts to me.
Me too. Yeah.
If that's you just did a whole like ensemble just to get, and then like you gotta have some shame.
I don't like that at all. Shame. Do that in the mirror. Do that in the mirror, and then think about what's happening. Okay, you're gonna want to stop. Now, think about the fact that it's a live stream.
I'm just trying to think for all the 2000 babies, right? If y'all bumping Sexy Red right now, half of y'all pregnant by like 17, 18, and I ain't hating because I see y'all, there ain't nothing wrong with a single mom, but they getting younger and younger right now.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. How do you think your children are gonna intake that by the time you have all this content online and then all this beefing that y'all do online against each other? Like, I just think how that's gonna age in the long run.
Well, I talk about it all the time. I'm going to talk about it with JD. I would love to talk about it with Clowette as well. But I think what we consistently see, and sometimes it's worse when people that haven't healed from their generational trauma get a hold of this big type of powerful money, because they still not only don't know what to do with the money, or they may use the money to continue in generational wealth, which is good, but they're still mentally not there, right? So the traumas that they've experienced, that their grandparents experienced, they're now passing on to their children. The lack of morals and ideas and, really getting in tune with oneself, learning self-love, all of those things that many of us didn't learn from a young age along our path, right? That we should be teaching and passing down to our children.
That's not anymore. You're not seeing that no more, man. No, there's no more faith. There's no more self-reflection. Everybody believes they're right. Everybody's a star in New York. Everybody's a content creator. I never, like I said, I'm gonna date myself. I never thought grown men will set up their phone and start.
Oh yeah.
TikTok, and like for me, I'm a Brooklyn dude, so I get it. Maybe I'm lost in the sauce, but
right.
I just never thought we would go this far. We would be this far.
Here we are. I definitely want to bring Clowette in because she's a mom of 8. And as a mom of multiples myself, that's already like I know what it is. So rare that you get to see that. And she is a powerful queen with a beautiful voice. She is stunningly gorgeous, as you all can see. Hi, Clowette. Welcome back to VPR Radio.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's good to be back. Thank y'all for having me.
You are stunting right now. Your outfit to the hair, It's clean.
Oh, thank
Wow.
you. Listen, my husband picked this hat out. He was like, "Wear this."
Oh,
Nah,
I
that
love
shit
that.
clean.
I love
Fuck with it. Welcome back to VPR Radio.
Thank you.
Shout out to everybody in the live. I know they're gonna be happy to see you because you have new listeners and new viewers. So, how was your morning treating you, Clowette?
Oh, you know what? My morning is. I love mornings. I love mornings. I want to. I think we should normalize just being quiet in the morning.
Oh,
I love mornings. It's just, I don't know. I really, really love mornings. So not just because my kids still be asleep, but nah, it's been good. I it's my time. It's kind of like my time, and I take my time and just get ready for whatever I got to do for that day. And you can do a lot in the morning, and a lot of times whatever I do in the morning, it kind of like builds the rest of my day, you know. So I'm doing good this morning, and I'm glad it was in the morning that y'all wanted to be with me.
Beautiful. I agree with that completely because I don't think a lot of people realize how much your morning ritual kind of starts to ascend into the rest of your day, right? Even if the first thing that you do is like turn on the TV and watch the news or pick up your phone and start doing this and this, those few minutes in the morning, you can literally like begin that trajectory of the day. So I love a good quiet morning, some meditation, right? Some gratitude. Those are all very pure ways to begin your day. But we want to get into it, girl, because I know that you have a new single. We want to know all about that. We want to know what you have been up to, about your live performances. How's the family doing?
Yes, I've been up to a lot. I got a lot to update y'all on. I don't know if y'all been kind of like watching me. Y'all see I look a little different now too. From last time
Clean.
Listen, I've been feeling on purpose, y'all. You know, I talked about it. I spoke it into existence. You know, words are powerful. Everything you want, say that thing out loud. Okay, but then it's still divine timing. It's still divine timing. So you saying things, so don't get discouraged. Like, oh, you know, I want this, I need this, and I keep saying it, and it ain't happening. It is gonna happen. That timing still don't have nothing to do with you, but you keep speaking it into existence. And I spoke this into existence last time I talked to y'all. We was talking about healing on purpose and all that, and that's what your girl done did. Okay, you looking at me? I'm healthier. I'm healthier, mind, body. All of that. Listen, I'm like 60 pounds lighter than when y'all last seen me.
Wow.
And yes, I changed my whole entire life. And I'm running marathons now, y'all.
You better do it. Okay.
I just ran a marathon Saturday in LA, the all women's Nike After Dark tour. Wow. That was a half marathon, 13.1 miles. That's my 5th marathon I've ran since. And y'all, I don't walk. This ain't no shade to people who walk or less glory to people who walk marathons, because people walk marathons and be passing me. Okay. But I run the entire thing. Wow. And before I started doing this, I could not run one block without feeling like I was going to die. Okay. Right. And now I have ran up as much as a 19.3 mile marathon straight through.
Girl, you better do it.
So yeah, I'm literally running for my life.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, it's just a lot. It's a lot have changed, and then fasting is a big part of my life now. So like that's a whole nother flex, y'all. You know, fasting, that's the fountain of youth. And when I'm talking about, I ain't talking about fasting and reading a certain book of the Bible that you'll never read until you fast. And I'm talking about just no food. That's all I'm talking about. No food. It ain't nothing like fancy about it. Just no food. And I still, drink water, or I call it my vegan lemonade, which is basically lemon water and maple syrup, because I don't use processed sugar anymore. And, or I have tea or something like that. But that right there, that's a whole nother flex. That took me to a complete different level. So I implement that in my life every month. I fast 5 to 10 days every month, no food, nothing. And I still work out, do what I do on that. I've ran 8 miles before and haven't eaten in 4 days. And I feel better than when I'm eating. So it's just a whole nother area of what we've been told about eating and food and all that other stuff. It's a whole nother flex.
Especially when, the food sources out here are becoming sketchier and sketchier, right?
And let's not talk about the food in our community.
Girl.
Okay, the
The
food
food desert.
droughts.
Yeah.
Yes, the
Yeah.
food droughts where they give us 1 or 2 little crazy grocery stores with crazy food in it.
Yep.
And
Where they'll
you want to get,
Seafoods and Western beef, and they
if
put all
you
the
want to
sweets in
get,
it.
Yep.
if you want to get anything quality, you got to go to a whole nother neighborhood and all
That's
that other
right.
stuff.
You
So
better
I'm
talk about it.
also, I forage too. I don't
Yeah.
know if y'all know much about forage. I'm still learning, so I don't know like everything, but like I forage enough to where I can identify food. It's free food right in y'all yard, okay? And it's higher nutrients than like some of the fruits and vegetables. Like the fruits and vegetables they give us in the store is just like, you know, the main ones, the tomatoes, the whatever. And I eat that too, but it's like superfoods that are for free along the freeway, all kind of stuff. Like everybody needs to look into foraging. It is food, it is free. Y'all know what tomorrow gonna bring.
Amen, girl.
At all.
Where
At
we at?
all, Jen Lion. So
Mhm.
VPR, you can see that she's turned her life around, and I'm excited because she's brought new music. But before we do that, I don't know how long. Kiana, how long has it been since we've had her up here?
I'm gonna say at least a good year and a half or so, right?
Has it been that long?
And that's why I asked this, because you released a live performance of "So in Love," and that's approximately 2 years ago. And I want our viewers to just experience your music again because they're new to you. You went through all of this life-changing. As I can see,
Yes.
I'm like foraging. I'm like, let me go Google after this. And you motivated me to go to
Oh,
Google.
I'm
So,
gonna tell you what foraging is real quick before we go on, because
okay.
Kiana was shaking her head like she know. I think me, you know, we connected, me and her.
I
But for
absolutely.
yeah, well, foraging is basically getting like a natural food, like it's going out getting natural food that grows it, like mushrooms or you know, herbs, just all of the greenery that you see outside. Like it's simple things like dandelions. A lot of people know what a dandelion flower is. It's like that little yellow flower, and then the other part of it you blow. You know, that the dandelion flower is edible. The leaves are edible. They got like higher iron than kale, than spinach, stuff like that. There's
A lot
wild
of trees
onions.
that bear fruit and whatnot, because I've even
Yeah,
out here where I live, you know, people just picking from the trees because they grow wild and
yeah,
randomly. So for
yeah. That's fruit. But see, like foraging is knowing it's like the abstract
right.
vegetation, you know, like the things that is not common in the store, but there
Okay.
are even common things that, like there's wild rosemary, there's wild fennel, there's wild onions, and then you'll get to the point where you can even smell them. Like I take my kids, and so they can identify stuff by smelling it. They'll be like, oh mommy, rosemary is over there, I could smell it, you
So now,
know, or
how did
something.
you, before we get into the clip, how did you get started on that journey? Because it's so interesting. And I know particularly with mushrooms, you have to be very careful, right? So the
I'm not
identification
versed with
process.
those.
You don't do mushrooms?
I haven't foraged for mushrooms
Okay.
yet. I've like been researching it, and when I ever do, I will go with someone who's like
Who's like an
experienced,
expert,
like because
right?
they have like, yeah, they
I
have
was
like little
watching
like,
someone from the UK who did it, and I mean, it was wonderful. But like, you have to have that expertise.
oh yeah,
Like, you need to know what's poisonous and what's not, and that even goes with like some herbs and stuff. So,
the
like,
same
how did you
thing.
start your journey? Like, how did you start learning about that?
So I was foraging even before I was as healthy as I am now. Like I've always been into natural things. Like I went through transitions. Like I wasn't always where I was with my health and weight and things like that. Like I started out, of course, I was, you know, I was really athletic when I was younger. I was always into natural things, and then life changes. You know, you have babies, you get older, and just all kind of different things change yourself. So how I am now is how I've always been, but it don't always reflect that. You know how like you may be a health nut, you be natural, you have these things, but your life be lifing and it don't reflect that. So I kind of just came back to myself. So I didn't just like start this foraging thing. I've been like into foraging for 5-6 years now. But I started out with it, it's just my interest. Like everything your interest, it'll pique you being curious about stuff. So
Yeah.
my interest has always been like natural living. I've always like natural remedies and herbs and skin things. Like I'm so into that. And it intrigued me. I see if I'm on social media and somebody go to making some kind of potion with some herbs or some old natural stuff, I'll be lost for hours. Like I'm into that. So I just kind of naturally, like, I can't remember exactly how I gravitated over to like finding out about foraging, but when I found out about it, it was like my eyes I was like, oh my God, this is a thing. Like you can actually go out and and find all of these herbs and stuff like that. So when I first started learning about it, I took the simplest thing that you learn. You can go on YouTube. It's a guy on YouTube. I don't remember his name or his thing, but you can just like Google him. I know he's in Orlando, Florida, and he foraged out of his yard, and he ate and fed himself for a year in his yard, and he cured himself of like all kind of whatever diseases, whatever he was diagnosed with, and he saved so much money. He like added all the money up that he would have used for food. He went extreme. Now, I'm not saying that anyone can do this that has children or however their life is, but he seems to be a single man, and he just nothing. All he did was eat out of his yard, the food in his yard. And he saved like all of this money. Like he saved it, all of this money at the end of that year. And then he basically cured himself. He was healthy. He was slim, he was young looking, he was vibrant. It was crazy. So you can find people like him on YouTube, anybody, and they will identify things. Like I thought about making me a YouTube eventually and like giving some of this information out. So they'll tell you stuff like that too. But also I would get books and stuff, and I would read about it, learn about the plant, learn about different things that's poisonous, and you just take it a little bit at a time. And like you just like, if you learn one thing, like how I told you about the dandelions, I have eaten the dandelions. My children eat the dandelion. I eat the leaves. I can tell you that it's edible. I can tell you that fennel. I can show you how fennel looks, and I have eaten it. I know what it tastes like. We use it, you know what I'm saying? So people eat this stuff. They haven't died. They're like, this is cool, So you can take like one or two things, and you work on that, and you just take that like every 6 months, learn one plant or one thing that you interested in, and then try to find it. Look in your yard, look wherever you go to visit somebody. I'll be at my auntie house, I'll be everywhere. I'll be like, what is that in the backyard? I'll be at my cousin's house, like, let me see what food you got back here. Yeah, and it's cool. So like, and then you'll get like more and more versed, and you'll be surprised, like, because this is the stuff we were created for. Like, this is how we are supposed to be living.
Yes,
and so you'll
living naturally.
Right? And your senses will start picking it up. You will start identifying it as soon as you see it somewhere. You will be going to Home Depot and you looking at some flower. You like, man, that's such and such right there. Right. And you will start smelling stuff. You'll know what it smells like. And like roses, every rose is edible. Y'all don't forget that.
I love roses.
Every single rose is edible. I always have, like, I take roses, I steep it in the tea, I make my own rose water. But when people use pesticides, like depending on where the rose came from, if you got some roses outside of Ross or something, they at a shopping center, they probably got something weird that they growing. It's not necessarily natural, but if you know someone, like a family member got roses in their yard, or you know when you see a wild rose, or just somewhere that is not super commercial, you just might want to like be mindful of like whatever they using to grow it. But roses are every single rose is edible. Every single part of seaweed is edible. Every seaweed, I don't care what it looked like. You at the beach, and it's edible. And seaweed is also good for like your hair, your skin, like all that stuff. So it's like you learn those few things and run with that. Like, let your thing be, man, when I get some roses, I'm gonna get some roses. I'm gonna take them, I'm gonna steep them, put them in. You can make rose tea. You can do whatever you want with it.
When I tell you that's such a big favorite of mine, you guys absolutely have to try it. But let's definitely move into this clip. Y'all better learn about foraging. I know.
Y'all see, I got lost. I'm sorry. This is
I'm dumbfounded. I'm like, all right, cool. Now I'm about to put my cell phone through. Y'all see me sitting there making some tea.
Oh, y'all going back. Y'all, I gotta say something before y'all play this. Y'all going back. So this, I did So in Love. I did this song. This is my original song, but I did it this particular video to enter into the Tiny Desk contest that year. Okay. And
Oh wow.
They ain't pick your girl. You know, they just kind of act like I ain't exist, but they put me in a commercial, but they ain't even acknowledge me. But no, so that was that. And I hate competitions. I hate doing stuff like that. I just think they so kind of biased and unfair. You know, it's just like the opinion of whoever that judge is, you know, whatever. Music and art and stuff is just so broad that who can say who's the best or whatever. But anyways, I did it for my own personal reasons. Like it was right after my sister passed away. It was just like one of the things that I had to do. I was trying to, you know, survive. Like people cry to what they say, laugh to keep from crying. I was singing to keep from crying, you know, whatever. That was that. But I have to say, I just entered again.
Okay.
But for the last time, they ain't picked me again.
Right.
But okay. I ain't. That was the last time.
Next time they're gonna be coming to you, Clowette.
I don't know. I've always said if Tiny just stepped to me, I don't know if I'm gonna be petty or if I'm gonna go on and
you
go
can
on
go
there.
with me straight on them. Okay?
I don't know if I'm gonna go on and go on there or if I'm gonna be petty and be like, no, that's all right. But it's just funny that this is how old it is that I just did a new Tiny Desk. I can't believe y'all didn't find it just like what, a month ago.
Leave it to FMI. He goes down the rabbit hole, honey. You never know what he's gonna
do. You know what I mean? So
pull out. But I feel like we ate on this. We ate on this, man. This was just my husband on the drums. He my MD and you know drummer, and then his brother on the keys. And we had been playing together we've been playing together for 20 years, and we didn't rehearse. We didn't do anything. This was like 2 takes. Both of the takes was good, but we just chose this one. Like anybody who know us, nothing, no rehearsal, no nothing. We just, our synergy was boom, and we were recorded by the greatest sound engineer and videographer in the Bay, in the West Coast, Andre Rivers. I got to give him some shout out. Yes, but yeah, that's what. And we did this. This was like 2:00 in the morning. My kids were asleep, all of the stuff. And as soon as I got done with this, I got up, got dressed, and took my son. He had surgery at 6 a.m. My little baby son. Right after this. Bruh, that's what was going on.
This is the love for the music. VPR, you tuned in here live at Clowette, and we're getting into So in Love.
What's up, everybody? I'm Clowette. This song is called So in Love. To love is nothing. I didn't watch this. To be loved is something. Crazy. But to be loved by the one you love is everything. Now I'm a brand new woman. This love has changed my mood forever. We're all in need of love today, regardless. And I got minds with their sweet little smiles, pretty-eyed little things, and I'm so in love. Oh, don't it feel good? Don't it feel good to be in love? Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah. So in love, so in love, so in love.
Girl.
Can't give them all the sauce. VPR. I see they tuned in. DJ Fresh is loving it.
No crumbs.
I see him in the comment section. Yo, what's going on, DJ Fresh?
I can't see. I don't know what's going on. I can't see nobody.
I got them pulled up on here on Instagram. I got them pulled up on Instagram. All right, let me add us back to this.
It's been so long since I seen that. And y'all, when I say, listen, I got my brothers that I had in the little corner. That was people probably realizing like why they just appear and disappear. So they were not there with me. I recorded this in California, and
that was fire. I see how you added them. Yeah,
I added them because Tiny Desk were so strict with their stipulations. If you weren't in the video at all, you could not come if they choose you.
Okay.
And I knew that if they chose me, like that's my set, like that's my people. They sang with me, and they was like, "Man, we'll record it for you. We got you." Like everybody was on it. They recorded that like the day before on their phone, sent it. Y'all, it was raw because if anybody comes to my performances, what they see, what you get, what you hear on my album, what you see and you get that live because my mic.
Right, baby. You better tell them. That was absolutely beautiful. Speaking of live performances, when is your next one?
My next one is in LA. It's August the 16th. I don't know if
birthday.
That's whose birthday?
My son, my oldest son, my first.
Wow. Yeah. That's my husband's late sister that he tragically lost when she was 25 years old. That's her birthday.
Oh my goodness.
And it was crazy because my publicist came to me and they were like, pick a day in August. We got, a spot for you. What they want you to perform at this spot. And I chose August 16th specifically on purpose. It didn't just happen that way. So your son is a special boy.
Very nice.
Yeah.
FMI just came back from LA. Right?
Yeah. I did. It's called Purple Vibes. It's a beautiful event that is hosted by Marcus Machado. Y'all know Marcus.
Hey, the gang.
Yeah.
The gang.
Marcus. And
Marcus on Saturday, there's a whiskey event.
Oh yeah. Right?
Yeah. So he curated this event, him and Alien Magic Bookends, and so they call it Purple Vibes, and they have different people that come, on Saturdays. I actually open for JBJ, which is Jace. I don't know if y'all know Jace. He's I can't even explain how phenomenal he is. Okay, he's keyboard player, singer. He's like the new Herbie Hancock. Okay, but he performed and I just opened for him a few weeks ago at the same spot. And then now they asked me to do my own set. So yeah. So if anybody going to be in Los Angeles, August 16th, y'all come and get some of that.
Grab them tickets.
Because my mic be on.
So that brings me to my next question. So we listened to So in Love, right? And that was 2 years ago. You got people on Instagram loving it. I am DJ fresh as fuck. You tapping with her butt. Where do you find yourself musically now? And where are you drawing from? You have a different look to you. You're foraging. You're running miles.
Yes,
so what's going on?
You know what? I like I said before, I've always been who is sitting in front of you. It's just them layers is gone. A lot of them layers is gone. That pain and that the unhealthiness and whatever. And I still got a long way to go, but you just can see me now. I've been under all this. But where I can say I'm at musically is I'm working on an album that's gonna be released later this year. My new single that I did, I don't know if y'all talking about where we are. Y'all talking about that. That, and then I had one before that called Somebody that came out a while before that, and both of those singles were done by the Ring Music Group, which I am a proud active member of. I'm a songwriter and singer with the Ring Music Group, who was founded by Carvin Higgins, Yanti Strickland, and if you don't know who these cats are, Google them, baby. Okay, they work with everybody from Chris Brown, Michael Jackson, Jasmine Sullivan, all of Music Soul Child, all of his first albums and all his hits. They wrote, arranged, produced, all of that. So everybody, Dolly Parton, Ariana Grande, they work with everybody. Okay,
you had me at Chris Brown and Michael Jackson. Okay. If the spectrum is that, everything in between.
Look them up. Carvin Higgins, the Ring Music Group. Look it up. But that's who I did these two singles with. So they are fire. The producer, Lenny did the music, the beautiful music for Where We Are. And then Carvin and Steph Chambers, they wrote, and I also co-wrote with them on this song. And it's just so beautiful. And they took me out my element to do these songs. So when I went to Philadelphia to record them, and specifically Where We Are, I had to kind of I don't know, I had to keep it in the pocket some of like my style of singing, I just be gone, you know, however I'm feeling, I just, you know, that's how I do. But with this song, I had to, you know, like I had to keep some notes straight. You know, and like refrain from,
Had to rein
you
it
know,
in, just rein in
yeah,
some of the
but it was good. It took me out like my comfort zone. It made me like concentrate on, and then I had more feeling. You know, I was able to let the feeling come across rather than, you know, the skill, so to speak. Like all of the, you know, the acrobatics and stuff like that. I don't be trying to do that, but I didn't realize how much I do it when I had to kind of like keep it, you know. So it was like one of the greatest experiences in my life. And I never thought that I could like carry over a song like that, like Where We Are. I feel like my voice it ain't for everybody. You know, I kind of got like a distinct voice. It's not, you know, it's not really soft and whispery like some of this new music. And I'm not a Janae Aiko.
I was gonna say examples. Like, who's soft in music?
Yeah. Well, I said Janae Aiko, but I actually love Janae Aiko. So I ain't no pun intended. But you know how some of this, like, I don't know, it's this new singing, this new R&B. It's like everything is soft and sexy and
really. Because I feel like
what new R&B you talking about? Because I'm trying to think.
Is this new R&B?
Because they're vulgar. Fuck.
No, what?
All these women are
not you said they vulgar, but you use vulgarity to describe it. No,
yeah, my bad. But I'm the R&B I'm spinning in the club.
No, but no. I mean, yes,
hard
girls like girls where I'm from. Like
you're right. That's a whole nother subject.
Like,
but I'm talking about the style, not the content and the lyrics. I'm talking about the style of the way they sing it. Like, you know, everything is you know, this thing, this. I can't even explain it. You know, everything, and I'm not hating on it, but everything is like, it's super, just like, I don't know what it says to me with these new women singers and stuff. Everybody is like, come get me, get some, I want some. Nobody is like, what else do you do? Like, what else is with your life? We understand with the sex and all the other stuff in there, but what else is it? We are human being women, okay? We got bills, we got other stuff in life that be bothering us. We get mad. Everything is not about a relationship, okay? You know, and so everything is sexual. It's just sexual, over sexual, and
I mean, but all of this is with obvious intent, right? Because it's based on mostly our women, and then of course you see in hip hop it's the same thing, and then of course it's a concentration on killing and the gang violence and
that part.
Yeah, you notice the trend, but I think that's what makes you so beautiful and unique, and that's why we love having you on here, because
thank you. Likewise.
Out, and you come in here glowing like a light bulb.
Oh, you know, like James Brown say, I feel good. You know?
It's your inner to your outer. You know what I mean?
Thank you so much.
Energy and your essence, and that's what is just so beautiful. Not to mention your voice. I love the fact that it's different. I hate when I hear the same thing over and over, and it's just on a different beat, but it's a different artist. You think this one is that one, this one is that one. I'm like, oh boy. You know,
but like I said, I'm existing in the new time. It's new chicks, it's new women, new sound. All of this stuff is different. But you know, on like the note we talking about, I want to say something about it. Like when I was saying that everything is like over sexualized, there is no other genre of entertainment of anything to me that exploits brown women in music the way that it does. And I am so against that. I am like, I just want to, I don't know, I'm just like, I'm such a rebellion for that. It's not like I don't have you know, sensuality or sexuality, or I don't celebrate those things either. But
you got 8 kids, so
Qiana, this brings me back to what we were speaking about. I know,
and I want to talk about that one too. But the rebellion of that, because I want us to sing about other stuff. I want us to stop performing in leotards.
Yeah.
You know, I just want us, because I come from an era where I looked up to Whitney Houston and the sweat above her lip.
Yes.
You know, and
with her long gown.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And we, and you looked at it and they just was just beautiful and they were still sexy and all of the stuff. But I want them to close. I'm tired of the booty clap.
Hold on. So you telling me you tired of like this right here? Like, you know what I mean? This right here. This right here.
Yeah, you know what? Listen, close your booty sometime. Sometime. Sometime because it's ridiculous. And no other
booty sometimes. That is the term of the day.
Listen, no other woman like you they ain't doing Taylor Swift like this. They ain't doing Taylor Swift like this. Not just because she's not endowed in the way we are, but it's like it's only us, and it's a history of that. Like everything is over sexualized with us, and it just has to stop. Like with the platform, music being so powerful, it's such a universal language. Like I just want y'all to talk about something else.
Yeah.
And because we are something else. Like I have 6 daughters.
Yeah.
Okay. 7 counting my niece. Okay. And kids don't watch what you do. They watch what they see. And they all see me get where I got not on my back. And they see that.
Hold on, Clowette. Caitlin's on the Instagram live right now. She said, talk about it.
Yeah. Listen.
With the hands clapping.
Okay, and you can turn heads with your clothes on. Yeah. Okay, and you know what's sexy? You know what's sexy? A conversation. What's sexy? Being able to actually spell. It was
ladies, do y'all agree? Write if y'all agree in the chat.
Can you spell?
What's sexy is being able to cook. What's sexy is being able to clean, and also what's sexy is leaving something to the imagination. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to even do all that for men because you can have on a nun's outfit and they can already tell where your booty start, where it end, how big your chest are. You ain't got to do that for them. They got X-ray vision. Okay.
It's true.
We got you. I want to bring them and show them what sexy is. All right, sexy is when you got Clowette live at the Groove NYC.
No, you ain't gonna give me too much. Listen, I'll be telling my kids, your mama. I used to be fine, y'all. I did. I used to be. But so I ain't gonna let y'all give me too much.
Why y'all doing the used to? Y'all, you're still doing your thing. Your husband made sure he gave you the right and all of that. It's him. So I do want to watch.
My thing is this. This is what I want to tell. This is what I tell the younger generation. I don't want to say too young, y'all, because I don't need y'all doing no math.
You got a comment on. You got a new comment on the chat, but go ahead and finish.
Okay, but I just want to say this. I want to say that it's fine that you got all of the goodie, and it's the best, and he going crazy, and it's all good that and all that's fine. But it's what's after that. Okay, is he gonna die for you? Who gonna die? You know what I'm saying? You can say you got the best and all this other stuff, but now you got to get past to the point to get somebody that's gonna die for you. What you got to do for somebody that's gonna die for you? You got to do more.
VPR, who gonna die for you in the chat? God forbid, but who? Think about it.
No, I'm just saying the reality of it. Like my husband give his life without question, and vice versa. And that's not just from, that's not just from the cookie jar being on point. That's also because I will take care of him. If he was paralyzed today from the neck down, I'm going to take care of him, clean him like I'm cleaning my babies for the rest of my life. That's that. And then he knows that if he's down and he ain't got no money, he broke. Guess what? We both finna be in a cardboard box.
That's right.
And that ain't because I'm trying to be this superwoman. That's because I love him. I love his life. I love his skin. I love his face. I love his mind. I love his heart. I love his everything. And I don't care if it's got money or don't got money. I don't care if it's big or small. I don't care what he's going through. It is still him. And it's more to it. It's more to it than because you ain't gonna always have those physical attributes. You may not always have them. So we got it. I just want girls to know that y'all are female. Everybody's going to exploit you anyways, because, we eye candy. Even women look at other women. We all, everyone is going to exploit you. Everybody sexualizes you because that's what we are. So you have to do more. You got to show that you got a brain in your head. You are creative. you got different tastes, you like movies, you like certain food. Like, it's more than just about your body and everything. You are a human being, you're not a robot.
Amen.
It's not only about Cash App or Zelle, ladies. You know what I mean? It's not only about that. But in the comments before we bring up the video, you have one person saying, yes, someone had to say it. Go off, queen. And another follow-up comment said, that's a good woman that you're explaining.
Oh, yeah.
I want to present this video just so people could get a sound of where you currently are. This is another live performance at NYC at the Groove.
Yes.
And let's get into that.
Y'all
VPR.
in New York? Y'all in New York?
Yes, we are.
Y'all should have came to that show.
Yeah. You could have sent a message.
I know I wasn't even thinking, but I'm going back. I'm going back there too, so I can't forget that.
Yeah, you got us out here. Let me click this video.
We were supposed to be there, but something happened. To be honest with you, I got to go back to Maisha, but I think so.
It's okay. It's all good. Enough time.
What an addiction, so high thought. Can't put it all.
Is it off to y'all? Because it's off to me.
No, it's playing. I hear that.
Show me what I have been missing. Crazy, but I would not listen. No good for my health. It can't be when I'm with you. Yeah. Waste of time, my lover. I'm throwing them back and I feel burned. No good for my health. It can't be when I'm with you. Yeah. Wanna get wasted with you. Tell me what's good for me, but I don't wanna get wasted off you. Yeah. Wanna get wasted off you. Tell me what's good for me, but I don't care. Get wasted off you.
Hey, don't stop it right there. That was the part.
That was the part. That was the part right there.
No,
I couldn't give the message. We got to go on YouTube for that.
We only give them but so much. Y'all need to go and watch it.
It's funny how the viewers go up when we put on the music. I'm watching the numbers go up, and I'm on Instagram. People are saying you can sing. They're throwing up the flame emojis.
Thank you.
They're loving you here this morning. So
I told you that voice is for everybody. I don't know what you're talking.
Yeah, I don't know. When you said that earlier, that struck me. I was just like, whoa.
Okay.
Well, because I don't know what I sound like.
Everybody's not for everybody, but we're for who we need to be for.
So your voice will reach where it needs to
that's
reach.
what it's about. But girl, before we close out, we love to.
No, we can't close out. I want to stay.
We have to, girl. We have to. We already overtime. It's 12:15.
No. Well, I ain't been on for an hour. Y'all been on for an hour.
Listen, no live crash outs, Clowette. This is not allowed. I deal with enough with these damn kids. You will not.
I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I understand. I understand.
Okay, so before we go, we always love to ask our guests, and I think you are the perfect one to ask, to leave us with some words of inspiration, positivity. And you've been spitting so many gems the entire show. But what would you like to leave the thought with? So as we sign out here, people are like, damn. Yeah.
Hey, VPR, look at she thinking right now, VPR. She was thinking. I seen her look to the left, and I seen her look to the right. The first time, the whole interview, she had to think.
I got so much I want to say. Oh my gosh. I want to say, I want to say a few things. The first thing is, heal now, or you going to destroy everything in your path. That's one thing. The other thing I want to say is, I want to touch on what y'all were talking about before I came on, how the shame and all that stuff, that was a big deal when you talked about that. And I think that is necessary. And I just want to say that wrong is wrong, even if everybody is doing it. And right is right, even if nobody is doing it.
Well, damn. There you go.
VPR.
You said a lot in all of that. So, I mean, listen, are you guys following Clowette? Did you go and check out her page on YouTube so that you could get the rest of those clips? Are you in LA? Will you be in LA on
Yeah.
August 16th? Get your
All my
tickets.
stuff is gonna be in the bio. It's on my website, Clowette.com. Y'all come see me because this is what I love to do, you know. And yeah, I'm a real wife, I'm a real mother,
Yeah.
I'm a real person, and I'm also an artist, an author, published author.
Yeah.
So you know, this is what I do, and this is how I feed the churn.
And girl, we're gonna have to bring you back because there's so much
I'm
more
gonna be
to discuss,
back.
right? We don't
I
have
love y'all.
but we love you right back, girl. And shout out
We
to
appreciate it.
Shout out to our girl,
Yes.
Marisa. She is absolutely the best. But we
Yes,
want to wish you a
I
lot of
see
love
her.
and light.
Alien magic booking.
Yes. Thank you for
Yep.
bringing us this energy today, honey. This is VPR Thursday, so you know how it goes. And we'll see you soon,
Wanna
baby
get
girl.
We appreciate you, Clowette.
wasted with you. Yes.
Yeah, I be saying that. Hold
I like the
myself.
taste. Y'all cut the best part. I like the taste.
That's why we got to run it back for
That was
part
hard.
3.
Yes.
Okay,
But check out the single, guys. Please, you have graced us. Thank you, Clowette. And we're
Thank
gonna lock
y'all
in
so
shortly.
much.
Thank you so much.
I loved being here. Y'all make me feel wonderful.
Likewise, you deserve it. We'll see you soon.
Thank y'all.
Ciao. Oh, that was wonderful.
Definitely, yo. I want to say thank you to Instagram, YouTube. Y'all been doing y'all thing in the chat. Loving Clowette. The ladies, y'all was going crazy. Y'all
I
doing
love
the
it.
clapping fingers.
know what's
They was
happening
throwing
on
up so many.
I can't even tell.
They throwing up so much emojis. I'm
Yeah.
glad. So make sure you tap into her YouTube. Follow her on Instagram. Let's run up her numbers. She's an artist. She's an actress. She's a writer.
Yeah.
So she's doing it all. And you see that she changed up. The hair was long. She put it a different way. I love it, VPR. When you see heal now.
Right.
That's what I'm going to take away.
Destroy everything in your path. I mean, she said that, honey. Listen, guys, and that's what we're all about here. We hope that every time you're here, you know, we can help add to any part of your healing journey, because that's what it's all about here. Let's heal and do better. We love you for watching, and we will definitely see you here next week. And partner, I'll see you in a few hours at that Memphis Week event. So
private listening party. If you ain't in New York City, you ain't here. You heard? Check y'all later.